I will be discussing the topic of prostate cancer screening in men aged 60 and older who have family history of the disease, as well as early symptoms such as increased urinary frequency, leak stream, and blood in the urine. Specifically, I will be addressing whether early screening using prostate-specific antigen testing, PSA testing, and biopsy testing compared to no early screening leads to earlier detection and better treatment outcomes. Prostate cancer remains one of the most prevalent cancers in men, and early detection is often key to reducing mortality rates. However, there is significant debate about the efficacy of PSA-based screening, as well as concerns over overdiagnosis as well as overtreatment. This presentation will explore the evidence surrounding these issues through a systematic review of various PSA screening trials, as detailed in a 2015 article by Alberts and colleagues. Now I'm going to talk about the methods that I use in my research. So to answer my PICO question, I conducted a review of available literature, starting off by using PubMed. I use the following terms to narrow down my search: prostate cancer screening, PSA, early detection, family history, and urinary symptoms, as well as biopsy. These keywords were combined using Boolean operators like and as well as or to refine the results. I use mesh terms as well in my searches. I use prostate-specific antigen, prostate cancer, and screening to focus on more relevant research. Once I identified a few relevant articles, I selected those that specifically examined PSA testing and biopsy as a screening method, focusing on studies that involve men aged 60 and older with a family history, as well as showing early symptoms of prostate cancer. For me, after searching through these results, I found an article that I thought was the best fit for this PICO question. That article is Prostate-Specific Antigen-Based Prostate Cancer Screening, Past and Future. Now we're going to be talking about the results of my findings. While reviewing the literature, I identified key findings from the following studies. The ERSPC trial. This study showed a 20 to 21% relative risk reduction in prostate cancer mortality after 9 to 13 years of follow-up among those who underwent PSA-based screening, particularly in European populations. The PLCO trial, in contrast to prostate, lung, colorectal, and ovarian PLCO trial, did not show a statistically significant reduction in prostate cancer mortality, with a p-value of 0.25. This was likely due to flaws such as contamination of the control group, where a significant portion of the control group also received screening. Several meta-analyses, including those by Bovogic and Cochrane, failed to find statistically significant reduction in mortality, though their findings were criticized for the limitations, including short follow-up periods and biases. Next up, overdiagnosis and overtreatment. A major concern with PSA testing screening is the risk of overdiagnosis and overtreatment. The ERSPC trial highlighted that up to 50% of cases diagnosed through PSA screening could be overdiagnosed, leading to unnecessary treatments and associated side effects. Now let's discuss the implications of these findings in relation to the PICO question. Early detection. The ERSPC trial suggests that PSA screening can lead to early detection of prostate cancer and a reduction in mortality, particularly in high-risk populations such as those with a family history. However, these benefits must be weighed against the risks of overdiagnosis and the potential for unnecessary treatments and side effects. Next up, impact on treatment outcomes. The lack of statistically significant results in the PLCO trial raises questions about the effectiveness of PSA screening in reducing overall mortality. The issues of contamination and poor biopsy adherence in the PLCO trial suggest that better adherence to screening protocols may improve outcomes. Several biases and methodological flaws were identified in the studies reviewed, including non-compliance, incomplete follow-up, and variations in screening adherence. These limitations complicate the interpretation of the findings and underscore the needs for more robust trials with better designs. Implications for future research and medical decisions. Given the concerns about overdiagnosis and overtreatment, future screening strategies should consider tailoring PSA thresholds and screening intervals to better suit individual risk factors. Shared decision-making between healthcare providers and patients will be essential to weigh the benefits and risks of early screening. In conclusion, while early PSA screening may offer a benefit in reducing prostate cancer mortality, especially for high-risk populations, the potential harms such as overdiagnosis and overtreatment are significant. This systematic review underscores the need for more refined screening guidelines and highlights the importance of personalized approaches to screening, taking into account individual risk factors and preferences. Further research with longer follow-up periods, better methodological rigor, and larger sample sizes will be critical in determining the most effective strategies for early detection and treatment of prostate cancer. Thank you.